People might not agree. People might want to throw excuses and say, RB don't care about this generation. He doesn't care about this day and age. He just wants to slew skanks and boost his self-esteem, blah, 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 blah. Bruv, I'm the biggest threat in the scene today. Like, we can talk about this past decade, we can talk about these so-called artists, we can talk about these musicians, we can talk about who's famous, who's popping, you know, we can talk about the music they make, you know, the contribution they've made, but then you're gonna look away from mine, you know, me as a person, as an individual, because I don't think of myself as a person or an individual. I think of myself as an artist because I've helped this day and age, this generation. I've worked with a lot of people that haven't had the same ambition and the same goals as I have. That's why I say I'm driven and I'm ambitious, because it's true. Because I was the first one to show initiative. Hearing somebody say it to someone like me actually proving it in 2018 by making these freestyles. That's the difference between me and this generation. Because it only happened because I got excluded from that gym. It only happened. And all that, all those things that ever happened, all it was an excuse. An excuse that they could make to disrespect me, to tarnish my name, to tarnish what I've created, what I've worked hard for. I can get angry and I can swear at them, but the truth is, they're skank bitches. That's all they've ever been. And there's no point me just keep on saying it over and over again in elevation, in freestyles, because people will just think this guy's slewing these rats on purpose. It's a fact. But what I'm trying to say is, it's a learning experience. Because I learned something from this. I've learned something from this generation, this generation, this day and age, that nobody cares. Nobody cares if it's yours. Nobody cares if you work hard for it. Nobody cares that you've been there that long. They just want to sit there, make themselves comfortable, and pretend it's theirs, that they've worked hard, that it's all theirs when it's not. I learned that. I learned that in 2017. Because I started getting good. I started getting better. And I started to assess my competition. I've never had competition. And I started to realise something. All people want to do is just lie through their teeth to me. We take schools and colleges, for example, the facilities. A person can see me there and say they want to pick a fight with me because I'm there. Which is why I said in the previous tape, you're not here for me, you're here for yourself. But they know that. They're not thick or retarded. Like, they have common sense, yet they don't want to use it. So what do? They pick a fight with let's say me, for example. Even though it's not an example, it actually happened. Now, I can look at a person and I can see something that they own and I can pick it up and damage it. Criminal damage. I can be on that vibe. I can say that person has a phone or a laptop or a computer or, you know, a television or an iPad or something that they have in their possession. I could just pick it up and throw it. Yeah, you picked something up, an inanimate object, and you threw it in a tantrum, but you have a problem with that person. Now, here's the difference between me. If I hated that person, if I despised that person, I'd just smash them. But this generation's completely different. Because what I've learned being around these people is these people are the type to make excuses, the type to disrespect you, the type to irrespective of your accomplishments and what you've done for this generation, they're the type that just don't give a fuck. Hence, in an example, they pick up something that you worked hard for, that you have in your possession, that you have in your hands. They just want to pick it up because they're cunts. They want to pick it up and they want to throw it. Scary when you talk quiet and you talk dark. It's not about talking quiet and talking dark. It's about making a valid point, because it's a valid point. There's a reason to say this. There's no reason for them in their existence, for them to square up to me, because they have one reason, and one reason only: to be here, to cause trouble. I'm here to wreck and destroy these beats and my enemies. One reason out of those being because I'm very good at it, and because I'm sick of it. I'm sick of the term enemies. I'm sick of the term skanks. I'm sick of the generation that we're living in. And I'm sick of all the excuses that they make and all the restrictions that they build. And all the times people say, why does this happen? Why does this exist? All you have to do is ask people around you why. Don't ask me. I don't know. I don't have all the answers. Because I never was the type to pick up something that somebody owned and throw it on the floor and tell them to go fucking fetch. They do that. Because they're beneath me. All that rat bastard business that they talk about, like they're businessmen and they're sophisticated and they're round the table people. All that rat bastard energy that they give off, that they transmit. All that shit's beneath me now. Because I'm elevated. I'm at a level where no one can ever touch. I look down on these people. Not because I look down on them. I look down on them because they've made that decision. They've made that choice. They chose to move that way. They chose to disrespect me like that. Because they're rat bastards. They're the skanks of this generation, the vermin. And that's all they will ever be. They look at you and they know it belongs to you. They know it's yours and that you've worked hard for it. They just don't give a fuck. And you know why they do that? Because they want to get punched in the face. Because they want their face smashed in, that's why. I know, honestly, no, it's true. They want their face smashed in, and I'll tell you why. Because I could sit there and I could try and compose myself. I can try and be calm and try and calm myself down and, be calm and collected and, relax and, be patient and bide my time. Or I could just get up out my chair and just smash that bitch. And the thing is, what I've learned, even as Dino, is there's a time and a place. But not just that. I don't see the point in locking myself away. Because all people will ever do is complain about why did they do that. And all I do is get angry. I get dark. I get angry, bro. Because I listen to one YouTuber and he keeps me on the board. He keeps me inspired. He keeps me reminding myself. Because I need to remind myself that I'm the best of the best. I'm the best of this generation. The best there will ever be. Nobody else shows me videos like that inspires me like that. Only one guy.